welcome you all to beautiful downtown warm Boise City, Oklahoma.
The people of Boise City are celebrating a day the U.S. Army would rather forget.
I think they did a real fine job.
It's a monument to the day 50 years ago when bombs like this rained down on the Boise City Square. It all began when the 10-man crew of a B-17 bomber took off from the Dalhart Army Air Base in the Texas Panhandle. Their mission was to drop practice bombs on a target range. But the crew somehow veered off course. Boise City got on the map because the navigator had trouble reading one. From the air, he mistook the lights surrounding the Cimarron County Courthouse for the lights of the target practice at the bombing range 40 miles away in Texas. It was a 30-minute reign of terror for the people of Boise City, who must have thought they were in London during the Blitz.
It woke you up, all right.
Hurley Reed remembers hearing the whistle and bang of every bomb that dropped.
Because, boy, they were zeroing in on some real close spots.
And then we went around and took pictures at all the bomb holes.
Former Boise City newspaper editor Norma Jean Young, who was a teenager at the time of the bombing, says the sheriff realized what was happening and telephoned the air base.
The base radioed all of the planes that were out that night and said, hey, where are you? Well, all of them thought they were over the target, you know, so this one here just kept making circles and dropping more bombs.
Bomb after bomb, 5 in all, landed within 93 feet of the courthouse where the sheriff was making his phone call. One bomb crashed near a gasoline truck parked at a cafe.
This thing dropped right behind that truck, and that old boy, I guess he was drinking coffee in the cafe. And he heard that thing hit, and he ran for the truck and took out, and that was the last we've ever seen of him.
The B-17 kept circling, with each pass dropping another bomb on the town.
That was a pretty exciting night.
90-year-old Inez Garrett remembers her late husband Frank jumping out of bed, putting on his pants over his pajamas, and rushing to the power plant where he worked.
But he rushed down to turned off the lights.
Frank Garrett pulled the plug on the lights, and the misguided crew of the B-17 could no longer see what they thought was their target. The practice bombing raid had ended. But 50 years later, it is not forgotten.
We were stationed in Dalhart, Texas.
A crew member of the ill-fated mission sent a taped message of apology as the town celebrates the anniversary of the night the missiles fell.
Our target range was not that far from Boise City. Somehow, the light pattern seemed right for a bomb target.
From that night to this, the proud people of Boise City hold no grudge against the crew. After all, nobody was hurt, and the only property damaged was an old garage that neighbors said was about to fall down anyway. The wayward navigator of the B-17 was fired. The rest of the crew had a choice between court-martial or the battlefront. They chose the front lines and later earned the spot as the lead plane on the first daylight bombing raid on Berlin, a daring mission involving over 800 planes. The crew became one of the most decorated in all of World War II.
No, nobody holds a grudge against anybody. They were just some young men trying to protect their country, trying to learn and trying to help everybody.
The rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air. The words of the national anthem seemed just right for the night an Oklahoma town honored the crew of a wayward bomber from Texas, thankful their city is still standing.